Hello, I'm Boily Ben and welcome to today's episode. And today we are out on the riverbank, back on the river. Done a couple of days on here recently and blanked. So I'm back down today. I'm not too hopeful, although if you're a fisherman or fisher lady, you always live in hope, don't you? I kind of liken it to being like a gambler. You're constantly addicted to putting that money in the slot machine just on the promise that sooner or later it's going to pay out, and you don't know when that's going to be. So yeah, and also with the river, it's more of the unknown of what you could catch, because you never know, do you? And I'm still yet to catch my first river carp, still yet to catch a barbel, although on this stretch that's unlikely. A carp would be more likely. But we'll even take a bream or anything we can get today. So what I'm going to do a day here. If we blank, I'm going to roll this video over to, we're going to go to a lake, because there's some carp that I want to catch in a lake, in one of my club lakes. And I think this method will be good for there. But we're going to have a go at it on the river, because it is equally, I know it's equally good on the river. And yeah, see how we get on. So that's enough waffle for now. By the way, it uses Peperami, if you hadn't worked that out from the title. So as always, please hit the like button, subscribe. I normally say that later in the video, but people don't, they normally tune out. So if you're still here watching at this point, hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. And that's enough of the sales pitch. Oh, you can also hype it as well, which I still haven't got that button on mine, on my YouTube. And also I've got a Boily Ben Facebook group, which link and everything is in the description, just here or here or here or here, depending on what you're watching on. Anyway, that's the sales pitch. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is known as the Ramy rig. I was watching a video with Nick Hellier, or a couple of videos with Nick Hellier, with his river carp fishing, and then saw him talking about this, which I have used Peperami on the channel before, to great effect, but I'm going to mix it up with Peperami and PVA sticks as well. So I've tied mine slightly different to Nick, although not too dissimilar. He keeps it very simple. He uses quite a small hook as well, and bearing in mind he's going after big carp on the Thames and stuff. I think he uses a 10 or an 8. Well, this is a size 12 Drennan barbel hook, just tied very simply, knotless knot. Bit of silicone tubing just to hold the hair in place, and on there I've actually tied a band on there, because I found a band holds a bit of Peperami on incredibly well, and it also squeezes it a bit and helps release the oils and fats into the water as well. So that is nice and oily on my hands, which can only be a good thing. And I've tied that onto I don't know what that is, at least 8 inches, maybe 10-inch hook link. And then the other thing that I got from Nick was stick mix, Nick sticks. So in here I've got sticky baits krill stick mix, I think, or bag mix I think it's called. I'm not sure, I think it's bag mix. Yeah, anyway, stick mix basically from Sticky Baits, the krill version. I've also put a few more micro pellets in there, and I think I've got a bit of crushed boilie in there as well, and there is some ground bait as well. I've sort of, in the bucket where I've got keep it in, I've sort of just chucked my bits and bobs in there. So there is definitely some ground bait in there as well as some other bits and bobs. And then I soaked this last night with, well, Nick uses fish oils, but the only oil that I had was, I got the Sticky Baits hemp oil. So I put a good glug of that in, and also I've got some of the krill liquid as well. Forget what they call it exactly, but it's like the big, what is it? I don't know. Half a litre or something of liquid. So I put a load of that in, and as you can see it's gone nice and dark, and it sticks together quite well as well, but does just break apart as soon as you touch it. Nick recommends doing it like 24 hours before, the night before you're going to use it, and I think that definitely is a good tip, rather than just doing it out on the bank. So that's left loads of oil and everything all over my hand, and I've made that up into PVA sticks using the old PVA mesh, which I'll show you tying one later. That's the one I've used, and that is a really nice tight little, not massive, that's probably even bigger than Nick uses on this video. So yeah, I'm going to thread that onto the rig, get it on the rod, and get it out. So here we go. You could just, in theory, just hook it onto the hook, but a better way of doing it is to get your baiting needle. I've got a long latch needle, which would be better for this, although it's alright. You can either go through that way or through, but I'm going to go this way. Probably better to go that way if you've got a long cast, but this way is good because when the PVA mesh melts, you won't got the knots either ends that could leave any like residue around your hook. Get your hook link, hook that on the end of there, like so, and then pull it through, take that off, and then pull it, slide it all the way down until you then sink the hook into it. Like so. So now there's no way that the rig can tangle. Let's just push that in there, that's it, boom, it's in. Right, so look at that, you've got your Peperami sticking out the bottom, your hook sunk into there. That has got to be a bite, hasn't it? I mean, that looks fantastic. That is just full of it. That is just basically pure attraction. Oils, liquids, the natural fats coming off of the Peperami, tiny little bit of pellet and ground bait there to go around it. So as when that breaks down, you can imagine just leaves a little parcel of bait with your Peperami right in the middle, all ready for a fish to come and go. Yum 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 yum. Ah, a hook! Fingers crossed. So then you just get your anti-tangle sleeve, put that on. Oh, done that the wrong way. Oh, what an idiot. There you go. Do it the right way. Yeah, right. There we go. Slide that on there. Oh my god. It's because my hands are greasy now with all that blooming oil and Peperami. Get on there. That's got you. Right, then stick that on the rod. Where that is. There we go. So all I've got on here is a little 2.5 ounce inline lead, a bit of rig tubing going onto a quick change swivel, which I'm just going to hook my rig on. Like so. Like that there, over the quick changey bit. Get on there. And then that goes into there. And that is ready to cast out. Let's whack it out there. I've already got the right hand rod fishing just underneath this willow tree, not too far out. It really does drop off deep very quickly there. So I think I'm going to cast this one just sort of out into the river a bit. I did just see a fish show, I don't know what it was, but it was something large-ish, just made a splash, so hopefully that's a good sign that there's some fish in the area. There we go. Try not to get it stuck in the tree. There is a float up there, someone's got that stuck up there. Alright, Lovely. I don't think I quite got that on camera, but that's alright. That's gone out nicely. Right, I'm not going to put any other bait in. I'm just going to keep it to that. There's loads of small stuff around, loads of like small fry and stuff around. Probably pike around actually. Definitely be perch around. I know we could get a perch on the Peperami. We'll see. But I mean, likely either a chub, bream. I mean, a carp would be the dream, wouldn't it? Nice 20-pound river carp would be lovely. A 30-pound river carp would be even nicer. But they aren't that common around here. So we shall see. We have a chance. Yeah, go on, take it straight away. Right, time for a coffee. Most important piece of kit in the tackle box, the thermos. Cheers guys. And by the way, thank you to everybody who subscribed, and also on the Facebook page. We just hit 200 followers on the private member Facebook group as well, which is really good. And I'm actually using it now to get information out of you guys, and some of you are also posting on there as well. So that's really nice on there, and also you can stay up to date. I'll obviously post on there when I put my videos up each week. So yeah, thank you very much for your continued support. And also, whilst I'm here, shout out to Mario. I've got some new boots. And he very kindly, I was asking on the Facebook group the other week if anyone could recommend winter boots. Now we're getting into the muddy and cold season, and these came highly recommended. They are by Ski Tech. I'll leave you can get them from Angling Direct. They're not cheap, but they are very, very good. The good thing about them is, I think with all Ski Tech boots, you can remove the inner liner, so you can wash them if you want. But that was obviously nice thick wool in the inner, so it keeps you they're nice and toasty. Just what you need for down by the river, or well, especially on the lakes. I don't know. On someone else recommended Dunlop wellies. They do like an insulated welly, which are quite cheap actually, compared to someone else recommended the muck boots, which are expensive, like 200 quid, no, 100 quid or more. But the Dunlop wellies, I think they're like 30 quid. And I got a pair of those as well, so they'll be ideal, because obviously when the mud's like up to your knees, you're going to need a pair of wellies, which it does get here. It gets incredibly muddy. I mean, when this river is up, the water actually comes up to like where I'm sitting here, so all that will be underwater probably in a few weeks time. Well, hopefully not that soon. Hopefully we get till at least Christmas without it being out of action. But yeah, once it floods, it goes ridiculous. It's all over the fields. In fact, the other year, the fishing club, they had to come down and rescue a load of carp because they were basically beached in the field as the water level dropped. They were all stuck in the field, and they went and rescued them all and got them back in. Blimey, a load of small fry just jumped down. There's obviously perch or a pike down there. Right, come back to you if we get anything. I will leave them in for, I don't know, hour or so, and then I'll have a recast with the sticks. Obviously build up a better bait, just like method feeder fishing really. Yeah, just make sure the Peperami's on there. The good thing about the Peperami is it is an incredibly tough bait. It does normally stay on those bands very well. Don't usually lose it, unless you get a big unless you miss a bite. And yeah, anyway, it's lovely being down there, making the most of this autumn sun before the cold. And yeah, did I say thank you to Mario for sending me these boots? He commented on there and very kindly posted me. He had a pair of these Ski Tech boots and posted them to me, so thank you very much, Mario. Very, very, very much appreciated. Well, not a sausage at the moment. Peperami pun fully intended there. I've had a recast at 11 o'clock. The tide is well in, let me show you. has come up a hell of a lot now, so I thought about lunchtime would be high tide, which it is, so I got that right. So, I don't know, let me know in the comments, what's best for river fishing? Is it the tide coming in, the tide going out, low tide, high tide? There's definitely fish around, I just don't feel like there's anything that big around at the moment. Seeing plenty of little fish. I'm sure if you were just trotting maggots with a tiny little hook with a single maggot on, you'd be pulling them in non-stop. But we'd like something a bit bigger than that, ideally. Even a nice big river bream would do at the moment. Oh well, lovely day sitting here. I did see a few deer. What are those little, they jack deer or roe deer, the little ones with like the white patch on their bum as they jump along. A whole load of them went running past here. Yeah. Right, come on fish. The right hand rod just bent round. I'm gonna have to redo that. I don't think there's anything on it, no. I don't know what that was, but we just got done massively. Oh my god. My heart's just going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I just sat here thinking it looks so good for a bite now. The tide's in, it's just sort of stopped flowing in. Man. I don't know if that was just a massive liner or what, but like, it really did go round. I don't know what that was. But it wasn't on the end. I don't think it's done our bait either, so maybe it was just a big liner. I think it must have been. I don't know if it was a pike or something that was stuck on the bloody line or something, but I don't know. Very nearly took the rod in. Oh well, we'll get that recast out. Let's redo it. Hopefully whatever it was might come back again and have another go. I can't get over that. I'd love to know what it was. It was definitely big. There are some huge pike in there, but hopefully it was a carp. Nice if it was. Right, concentrate, boily Ben, concentrate. Don't get it stuck in the tree. It's at the bottom. It's quite blooming deep there. Like, it's a hell of a drop. Even deeper now the side's in. Oh, come off. Shit. Damn. Well, good morning from a very wet lake. I've got down here nice and early. We're here just before 8 o'clock, and the weather over the weekend has been atrocious. There's been a couple of days past since I was last filming on the river, and it hasn't stopped raining really, and it's still raining. So let me show you what we're doing here. The lake we're fishing, it's actually a lake I don't think I've filmed on the channel before. It's not an easy lake. It can be a real pain during the daytime. Oh, I did film here ages ago. I did a 24-hour method feeder fishing video, and it really switched on at night time. About sort of 7-8 o'clock it like came alive and I just couldn't keep the rods in the water. But during the daytime it can be tricky, although it is good conditions today, apart from the rain, so we shall see. Anyway, I need to mix up some more of the stick mix, so I'll show you that. We'll get the rods out and see if we can get a fish on the bank. It'd be nice not to have another blank, because I haven't caught a fish for, I think this is the 3rd week of not catching any fish, so but in my defence, I haven't been fishing anywhere that's been very easy, so yeah, fingers crossed today we should get at least 1 or 2 on the bank. Here's my stick mix that, as I said before, was the sticky krill bag and stick mix. Also got a bit of ground bait in there and some micro and 2mm pellets in there as well. So the liquid we're going to be putting in, I've got some of this Krill Cloudy liquid. Apologies for the noise of the rain hitting the top of my umbrella. So I'm going to stick some of that in, which is good stuff. Really, I think sort of fishy flavours are good. When Nick Hellier does this, he uses a lot of like salmon oil and stuff. As I said before, it's a good idea to leave this for 24 hours before you actually use it as well. But we haven't got that luxury today. I should have done it last night, but I didn't get anything sorted out last night, so I had to be up extra early today to get the car loaded and everything. By the way, someone on the video commented the other week saying they hated the fact that I was using the disgorger to stir my ground bait. They said I was wasting my life, which I thought was quite amusing. Anyway, so that's some of that in there. Then we've also got some of the hemp oil. Again, I'd probably prefer to have had sort of fishy oil for this, but hemp's just as good. So a generous glug of that. Really want to get as much sort of liquid foods as you can into it to really let it soak in. And as you can see, that's going to go a nice dark colour, and I shall keep adding to it until it is well mixed. I reckon to make it sort of almost like a cake mix. To start with, it will all go clumpy, but obviously the more it soaks into the little pellets in there and the ground bait, you'll get a mix that just sort of breaks apart. So I won't waste my life stirring this with the with the disgorger in front of you. I'll come back to you when it's ready to go on the rod. So I'll get my Peperami cut up, get the rods out, get the rod rest set up, and get some rods in the water. Oh, and one other thing, obviously because I'm putting this in PVA mesh, I won't be adding any water to this mix, so I'll try not to get too much rainwater on it either. The waterproofs are going on. The weather is absolutely horrific. I've got a feeling it's going to be raining all day today as well. Right, finally we're fishing. I don't think I'm going to put this one too far out. That's clutch set. Oh, there's sort of, obviously see behind that fence, that's like the out of bounds bit there. So I feel quite safe in there, so fishing up to there is quite a good idea. Without obviously letting them go into there. And then this is the lake. It's not very big. It just sort of goes around the corner there. There are a few nice fish in here. There's a nice lever in here that I've had before. There is a koi as well that I've not had that I quite like to catch. And probably some others that I don't know about as well. Let's just do a little underhand cast out here. That was terrible. Reasonably deep though. Okay. Right, that's one out fishing. Even if it was a rubbish cast. Hey. Well, before I got the left-hand rod out, we are into a fish. We'd had a couple of big liners. Oh, one just jumped over there. Come on, stay on. Doesn't feel big. It's definitely a carp. Well, if we get this in the net, we'll have broke the blank. Maybe it's bigger than I think. Well, this is a good start. Like I say, this lake isn't always the easiest. This is holding bottom well here. Might be bigger than I think. I don't go huge in here, sort of. I think mid-teens is about the biggest. He's really holding the bottom well. This is I think this is a £1 test curve rod, this little 6-foot Nash dwarf. I Well, I've got the cork handle one and the other one. The other one I think is £2. So nice playing action on this. Let's have a look at you. You can see the rod is bent double. Oh, no, it's not huge, but it'll do. These are common. We got him. Thank you. Lovely. Oh, there we go, guys. What a lovely way to start the day. Nice little common in very good condition. Very good condition. Doesn't look like he comes out too often. Let's look you back. Lovely jubbly. Hang on. There it goes. Boom. First fish. I'm hoping I've got enough Peperami with me. I brought the piece out that I had the other day from out the fridge. I forgot to get any more. I have to be a bit stingy on the old Peperami. Should be alright. Going to film Mr. Robin had come back to say hello for today's episode. He was just on my rod pod. Just got to stick down and into the hook. It's a nice looking stick, that one, isn't it? Not that I suppose the fish care what it looks like. Nice thing is this is completely tangle proof. Voila. My eyesight is terrible. I've just knocked the Peperami off there, didn't pick it up, and now I can't see it. Oh God almighty, what have I done with it? It's got to be down here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it on this video, because I can't flip and see it. Ramy, where are you? I should have picked that up as soon as I knocked it. The Peperami video could be going badly here. I might have to put a pellet on if I can't find. Oh, there it is. Found the Peperami. Right, let's get the second rod out. Go over this way a bit. No sooner had I cast out the left one, I was just setting the bobbin and the right one's gone off. I had a bite instantly on the left one as well. The PVA mesh couldn't have even melted before I had that indication on the left one. Hey, another comment. I really want to see that koi. It'd be nice if we get that. Well, that has woken up. Oh, uh-oh. A double taker. Boom. Got ya. Nice little common. Get you straight. Oh, have a look at you. Oh, he's had by Peperami. There we go. Lovely. Very nice. Perfect. Oh, I nearly went in then. Nearly came with you. Off he goes. Oh man. What is it with this country? We don't get any rain for ages. And then we get it all in one flipping go, don't we? Just don't rain for weeks, then it bloody rains for weeks. I can guarantee next thing all the blooming lakes and rivers will be flooded in a few weeks' time. They've been really low all summer. And now they're going to be, the old river will be bursting next time I go down there. So yeah, if you're still here, if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. Look, these are the things I do for you while you're sat in the comfort of your own home or wherever you are. Maybe you're actually in your bivvy watching this. I'm out there getting soaked. Well, I'm not getting soaked, I'm in my trolley. Still, I'd still rather be here than sat at home. Any day fishing is a good day. Boom. Oh, we're on a good day here, guys. The old Ramy rig is working well. By the way, these reels are the Herisi ones that I got from AliExpress. I must say I'm very impressed with them. These are the 6,000 size ones. I thought they were 4s actually, they're 6s. But yeah, I can highly recommend these reels. I think they do a 4,000 or 6,000. I think they're less than 20 quid each. Got them loaded up with £10 Daiwa sensor on at the moment. Just giving a good fight. So this is the £2 test curve rod that I was saying. You can see the difference in the action compared to the £1. It feels like a similar size fish to that first one. As long as it doesn't come off and we get a look at it. Oh, might be a touch bigger. We foul hooked you? No. Another common again. Bit of a darker one, this one. Lovely one. Very, very nice. That's a beauty. There we go. Nice one. Another very good condition one. Big old mouth on him. Perfecto. Thank you very much. Even kept the Peperami. Uh-oh, we're in again on this one. Double take, double take. Yep, we are in. Let's get rid of that one. One sec, guys. Well, bit of action here. I'm trying to sort the camera out. Liking the old Peperami? Oh. The line's broke. You snapped me off. Bloody hell. That ain't good. I think my actual line snapped. Christ. Well, I haven't had that happen for an awful long time. Jesus. Well, at least it's all running rigs, so he will have dropped everything. But that's annoying. I've lost everything there. Lost my lead. Lost my you know when your mind goes blank. Anyway, I lost everything. Hook, lead clip, silicone tubing. Bloody hell. I wonder if there was a bit of damage on the line. I don't know if that... I don't think it went at the knot. Nah, it couldn't have gone at the knot. It went lower down. That's frustrating. As you can hear, the clutch was going as well. So the clutch wasn't too tight there. Must have just been... must have been a bit of damage on the line or something. Because I've never had that that diode sensors not usually let me down before. That's bloody annoying. I'll have to set up a whole new system. Oh well, I'll get the other rod back out. That's frustrating. I would like to see what that fish was as well. Damn. Well, it's just sorting out that left rod, put the right one out, and it's gone off straight away again. So hopefully this one don't break off, else I'm going home. I'm just threading the new tubing on, which was going on easy. What's going on with this? What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Right guys, I don't believe this. I do not believe this. I've picked up the other rig. So I've hooked a fish. How the hell has that happened? I've now got the other rig back. What's that on there? Just the residue off the bag. Right, well that's weird. I'm speechless. Okay. Oh, I need to process this. So, I hooked into that fish, and then somehow I've managed to pick up the rig that I lost. So I've got my lead back, I've got the lead clip back, I've got the tubing back, just minus the insert for into there, the swivel and the rig. So if the fish is tethered with anything, he's only got the rig with the hook in. He's not pulling that around, because obviously that is free running, so that just pulled free immediately as soon as he bolted. It was just weird how we hooked that fish and it was down there. And he managed to get tangled up in that. Well, I guess the good news is I've got my tubing and my lead and my clip back, so that's 2 fish missed, but at least we've got the lead back and the tubing. Well, after that McFlurry of action, it's gone a bit quiet. I'm surprised we had that much action to start with, actually. Sort of within the first couple of hours, that was a lot, wasn't it? Very annoying we lost those 2 fish and didn't even get to see what they were. Like I say, I'm after the leather that's in here and the koi. Yeah, it would have been nice to have seen. Hopefully it was neither of those, else that would have been annoying, but we didn't see them, so we will never know. Just redone both the rods, had a couple of indications on both of them, a couple of disturbances, so I've freshened them up, redone them. Let's see if we can get another fish or 2. It's still raining. Check the forecast, I think it's supposed to clear up about 3 or 4 o'clock, I think, so hopefully it'll be dry to pack up and go home. So let's see if we can get another couple of fish on the bank. But so far the Peperami is definitely getting us bites. Either it's that or the Dynamite sticks, the PVA mesh sticks, or both. Probably both, really, isn't it, if you think about it. When those sticks melt, it leaves a nice little parcel of bait around your hook bait, which is giving off a hell of a lot of attraction, and also masking your hook point as well, just leaving the only real big object of food, the item of food there, is your hook bait, the Peperami. Yeah, and I quite like it as a technique, actually, if you think about it. Rather than chucking in a ton of bait around it to try and attract the fish, having just a small amount of very good quality bait. I know, like the bags of stick mix and the liquids and everything aren't cheap, but the good thing is with just a small little PVA stick, you're not actually using very much of it, so a little goes a long way. So you can really afford to put out the very best quality bait and pack it full of attractants, the very finest quality ones, with a nice bit of food as the hook bait. And yeah, pretty good. A very good winter tactic as well, like really good, because obviously you're not going to be overfeeding the fish, so you're just going to be putting something there that's super tempting for them. Whether or not in the winter it might pay, instead of going down the sort of fishy route, to go down a more sort of sweet flavoured route, like swap over to like the sticky manila, and sweeten it all up. But I suppose probably the fishy stuff does work in the winter as well. I'd imagine the hemp oil certainly would work in the winter months too, and sort of more thick kind of food glugs. Yeah, anyway, let's see if we can get a couple more fish this afternoon before we go home. I thought we were in then. Nope. I think we've been done. It's a bit of a bow wave over there. Damn. Seen it on this lake so many times, it can just switch off. We are still getting bites at the moment though, I think, so might get another one. Nothing gone quiet on the right hand rod at the minute, but yeah, this lake can be moody as hell. Well, I've sat here all day with absolutely nothing, but we've had a couple, so come on, give us a couple more. Come on, come on. It's got to go off. There's clearly fish there. There's a bream on there. The line ain't moving a lot. I'll leave it a bit longer, see what happens. Here we go. Had to wait ages. And it's flipping chucking it down. Get the hood up. Oh god, look at this weather today. Now we had to wait quite a while for a bite there. Not really ideal weather for PVA mesh today. Just need to make sure we get it cast out before it melts. Another comment. Yeah, man, baby. Got ya. Safe. Voila. Well, we don't need to wet the mat. Oh dear. Just in the bottom lip. Have you seen a koi down there, or a leather by any chance, Mr. Common? Yes, he's just down there in a munch on your bait. Well, can you tell him to hurry up and eat it, because we're getting soaked here. Right. Thank you very much. Here he is, Mr. Robin, on the rod. Want some pellets? I know you're going to fly off if I give you some. Might want a bit of Peperami maybe. I'll try him on a bit of that. I bet he'll love that. Here he comes and takes it. It's still peeing down. I'm kind of sort of waiting for it to stop so I can pack up. Hopefully it'd be nice if we get another fish before we finish. But I'm feeling satisfied. Still annoyed we lost those two. But yeah, hopefully the roads aren't flooded. This has like literally been non-stop since yesterday. At last, we're in again. Just recast this. It's going to go over that line. Hopefully that line is down. Yeah, I knew it was going to pick that up. Got it. Uh-oh. No. No. Don't take me under there. Don't get me snagged there. He's gonna have got me snagged. No, we got him back again. What is it? It's not a perch, is it? Can't be. It's putting up a very good fight. See ya. For his size, he's putting up a very good fight. Not quite seen what it is yet. Oh, we're stuck in some rambles. Oh, it's a little mirror. Little mirror? Common, I should say. We've got a bite on the right hand rod. Possibly. There we go. Good little fighter. Boom. Another one. All commons. It's another common sort of day. Sorted. We're in on the right hand rod. I've now officially run out of Peperami as well. I can't believe what a good day we're having here. I thought I was going to struggle on this lake. I'd have been happy to have had one or two. Actually, it's a good time of year. Still a bit of warmth in the air just before it's going to get cold and a turn for winter. Oh, it's a mirror. It's a mirror. Nice looking mirror. Oh, they're fully scaled. Look at that. They're beauty. Fantastic. Let's have a look at you. Look at that, guys. Fully scaled. I don't think the camera will do the colours justice on this, but that is gold. Absolute gold. Oh, we wanted a mirror. I think it was a pretty little fella. Or girl. Not as girl. Who knows? Anyway. Beautiful. Thank you very much. There you go. What a cracker. I thought I just walked over my rod then. Hopefully I haven't. See you later. Seeing as I've run out of Peperami, I've decided to put on these Sonia Bates mini oozing barbel and carp pellets. So in there I've got two types. I've got the cheesy garlic and the spicy sausage. So I thought I'd stick with the old spicy sausage theme, put the red ones on. I've had a bit of success with these. I've caught some fish off the river with these as well. Mainly bream, I think, on the yellow cheesy garlic ones. But they do smell good, and they also leak off attraction as well in the water. And I've got red fingers from the dye coming off them. So I'll give those a go, see if they're any good, if they're as good as the Peperami or not. Well, we're in on the pellet. Good take as well. there again. Common. Oh. Got him. Okay. Well, biggest one of the day on the pellet. Absolutely fantastic. Lovely. Know what he weighs, probably, should I say 10, 12? I reckon. Right, matey, let's slip you back. Well, an hour or two has gone by, and safe to say, definitely there was more action on the old Peperami. Not so much on the pellets. So I think I'm going to end the video there and say that the old Ramy rig is definitely a success. I mean, we didn't have any success on the river, but I don't think anything was going to be successful on there. I was going to say you could put cocaine on the hook, but don't do that. Not that I got any anyway. Yeah, no drugs. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, no good on the river, but definitely good on this lake, and this lake is not always easy. Maybe I've struck lucky with the day that I've come. Like, it's good weather for carp, but I can still see the bubbling going on now actually. But I definitely think that Peperami is super attractive, and making those PVA sticks up with all that oil, the old hemp oil, the krill liquid, and if you make your own, yeah, pack as much attractant into it. Let me know in the comments if you use PVA sticks and what you put in your stick mix, or if you just use it dry. I know a lot of people just use 2mm pellets, obviously, in like PVA bags, or in their sticks. They just use a dry mix. There's a lot to be said for that as well. But I just think that getting as much attractant in there has got to be a good thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please hit like and subscribe, and I shall see you next time with another video. Cheers!